Greetings, this is This and I am Me, and I just cracked the code finally. I've had this puzzle sitting around for years, and I just let it sit around because I didn't have any fun trying to figure it out. It seemed like every time I tried, I just went in circles, and I was back at the same place over and over again. And then finally, I figured out how to do it, and I went to film this tutorial for you guys, and I've just filmed at least 5 different attempts at this tutorial because half the time it would work and half the time it wouldn't, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And I didn't want to just post a working time and have some of you guys go through the situation that I went through where it didn't work for you and not know how to tell you how it's not working. So now I fully understand the problem, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this so that it works every time and you have no problems. So you're going to want to start with your puzzle basically like this, okay? The holes of the pyramid should be at the bottom, and the top, like the point that has nothing going on, it's just all solid, no strings or anything, should be pointing up. You have the hole with the ball on the right side, the hole with the ring on the left side, okay? And if it's not in this position, I hope that you can find a way to get it in this position because this is the easiest way to figure out how to solve it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want a lot of slack on the left side here. So just pull this side with the red ball through as much as you can. And really what we want the slack for is not even just like a big loop here. It's for this end, okay? So the end right here, you're going to want that. So just give as much slack as you can to this end, and you have a big long string that you have to work with now. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be threading this string through some of these holes. So hole with the ring is hole 1, hole with nothing but string is hole 2, and the hole with the red ball is going to be hole 3. So you're going to skip hole 1. Do not thread this end through hole 1. You're going to start with hole 2, thread the end of your string through hole 2 from left to right. I thought, oh, maybe I'm like getting it too tangled up as I'm doing this. Maybe you need to be extra careful about the way that you thread it through the hole and stuff like that. No, I'm pretty sure that doesn't matter. So just thread it through however you can. It definitely helps if you have nails that you can grab the string, but if not, it should be able to be threaded through eventually. Sorry that the lighting is so bad also. The lighting is always bad in my videos. I can't do anything about it. It's like too shadowy, but whatever. Now you're going to want to take the string and you're going to thread it through this hole that has the red ball, hole number 3, from top to bottom, if you're holding it the same way you're holding it before. Thread the end right on through that one as well. Okay. Now here is the most important part of all parts in the whole entire world, okay? This is the key moment. If you screw this up, you've screwed up everything, and you have to start over again. So now we have our end, and we have our ball end. They're both coming out of this hole, and, they might be this way, they might be that way, whatever way. I don't care which way they are. Basically, what you need to remember, the key point here, is you want to take, well, here, you can see kind of. If you take a look at what you have going on here, this sort of mess of strings, you take a look and you see, you can find the point where they're sort of, this is just for demonstration purposes, I'm showing you guys, so you don't have to actually do this. But if you look, you can see like here's one set of string and here's the other set of string. And if you look closely at what is going on when they sort of start to get a little bit entangled, so like see now you can see that they're entangled right around here. What is happening is that this string, like what I'm holding on to right now, these 2 pieces, you can see they're through the other 2 pieces, right? So the pieces that I'm holding right now are the ball. So this end of string that has the ball on it is looped through the other pieces of string, as you can see. So what you need to do is unloop them. It's actually even easier if you can kind of force the perspective of that all the way to the front here. So if you pull everything as taut as you can almost see what's happening right here at the entrance. You want to take your loop and you want to bring the ball through, okay? Bring the ball through. And so now the two pieces should be unlooped. But, and so you're just going to take this string and you're going to pull it all the way out. Let's just see if that works first. Okay, so this is a good sign. It looks like it's working. So we're just undoing what we did before. We're pulling the string back out. Pull the string back out. Okay, and look at that. It perfectly comes undone. You could take your ring off and you can even unthread all of this if you'd like, but there's no point if you want to put the thing back together. So you can unstring it all, and if you ever want to put it back together, it doesn't matter which hole you start with here. Just make sure that you've threaded the string through all 3 holes, and then you leave a side that you don't keep going. Okay, first I'm going to show you how to put it back together, and then I'm going to explain a little something that might be happening that makes it not work for you or kind of weird. So to put it back together, find your end again. Put the ring on it, okay, so you have it like this, and then just do exactly what you did the first time, basically. Skip hole 1, take the end of your string, thread it through hole 2 from left to right, and then you're going to thread it through hole 3, okay, and then we need to make these tangled again. You need to loop them back together, sort of lock them together. So you can just bring the ball through the loop and then unthread your string once again, unthread here, and you've put it back together. Okay? Now, I'm going to run through it one more time because sometimes you might run into a little bit of a problem. Okay, so I've threaded through both holes 2 and 3, and we're back in the same place that we were before. Now, here's the thing that I'm not sure if it's even right to say this and think this. But I think last time what I had you do is I had you loop the ball through this end, right? But I feel like sometimes if things aren't working out for you, what you might be needing to do is actually loop the end through this ball end. Like you want to, instead of opening this up and doing this, you would actually want to open this up and do that. Bring it through that way. But I'm not even positive if that is a true thing to say. All I know is that has helped me before. If when I did it, it was tangled at the end and it didn't work, it was because I needed to do the opposite of what I did here. I know that's so confusing, but I can't really explain it any other way than that, as to why it seems like it works sometimes and seems like it doesn't work others. Then the other thing I'll say is it is very helpful if you can locate, like I said, the point where you can see like what is happening here. And so I've separated the 2 pieces of string, and if you look closely once again, you can see that yes, the red ball pieces of string, these pieces here, are tangled through this loop. So in order to undo it, I want to put the red ball pieces through the loop again, like that, and then undo everything. Oh wait, actually, a good point, like if you've gotten to this point and this string is locked here, like if this is going like this, and it's stuck around this string here, then you know you've done it wrong. Immediately put it back through this hole and change the way you're looping things. But if it's loose like this, you know you've done it right. I mean, I can show you guys this still, see, blah, 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 it comes off. Okay, that's the best I can do. This is the most disappointing solution that I've ever given in terms of clarity. I wish that I could make it more clear, but I honestly don't know how to make it more clear myself. So all I can say is that If you get to the end and it's still tangled and it won't undo all the way, loop it back through, and you have to switch the way that you were trying to untangle those two pieces. You have to do something differently there. I promise you that even if you don't get it, if you try it enough times, there will be times that you succeed, because that's what's happened to me. I do it over and over and over again, and it's like, okay, it worked this time. It didn't work this time. It worked this time. It didn't work this time. It's just a little confusing to keep track of the string, I think. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye now.